Hey, what's up guys? You got Jesse Rush here. This is just a really short video on a hand drill that I bought at a thrift store, Christian Outreach Center. It's made in the USA. As you can see, they're made in USA. I don't know what kind it is. There was a bigger one and a smaller one, and I actually took this piece off the bigger one. They said it was okay, and for this one, because this one didn't have an end on it. Now this was $2, and I've already used it. This piece right here was bent a little, so when you were turning it, it didn't want to turn properly. I fixed that. I just tapped it with a hammer, bent it back. It's running real smooth. Basically, I made this little plug out of some white oak. This end of it goes in here, like that, and then that screw tightens down, and then this other end of it, I'm trying to do this with one hand here, but the other end of it goes in there, and I'm going to glue that down, but I'm not going to glue the black part, just glue it into this. That way I can move the black part around how I want it just by loosening this bolt. Something really cool about these that I wanted to touch on here was that this one is a small one, and it's small enough to where you can keep it in your pack, and you can use it, you can keep it in a backpack, and you can actually use it like when you're out in the woods to, I can think of a bunch of different times where a drill would have came in handy out in the woods. But on top of that, with this crutch type device that you can put here, let me see if I can show this crutch type device that you can put, sorry about my shirt off, but this crutch type device that you can put up against your arm like that and then use it to drill. As you can see down here, I need my other hand because you hold this with one hand and this with the other. But with those two devices, the cool thing about this is that you can take this bit out of it just by twisting this. You can take this bit out of it, and you could actually stick a small stick in there. And then you could use this as a fire drill. And this could actually become an implement to make fire with. So I thought that was pretty cool. But I'm going to go ahead and pop this out of here, and I'm going to glue it in here and show you guys me doing that. Okay, I made the spindle out of this board down here. That's also an axe, the smaller one there with the black handle. This is an axe that I got at that same thrift store. It looks like somebody made this and welded the head onto it. It was real dirty and nasty, and I've been filing on it. I got the edge and the back all fixed up. It was mushroomed over. Tightened this up on the bottom and sanded it down to a nice shiny brass again. Just little strips of leather that make the handle. I just thought it was really cool. I'm gonna make this really nice, and then I'm probably going to give it to my son when he gets older for his first little hatchet, because it's real sturdy. It's a good little axe. It was $1. Okay, back to what I'm doing here though. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put some glue in this and get ready to put my little plug in there. Okay, well, I've got it in my little vise, which I just have screwed down into a piece of wood. It's loose, but I can clamp it to here if I want. I've basically turned this little shaving horse that I made into a total workbench. It's really cool. But this vise can be clamped to that, and then, I can get a little bit more stability out of it. So here I am doing this, and I'm going to glue some glue in here, and then I'm going to shove the plug inside, so just hang on. Okay, I've got my camera rigged up here with a clamp on it right on the screen. It's horrible, but anyway, it's working. So what I'm trying to do here is I'm trying to get this dang label off, because I hate that kind of crap. Oh, cutting into the wood, don't want to do that. Don't really care, I can refinish it. Okay. I got sandpaper right here, so I was using it to sand on that axe earlier. I'm going to smooth it out while I'm here. There's a little spot there that I don't like. That I kind of caught some wood on. Let me get rid of that. I am a woodworker, so messing up wood is really not an issue to me. It may be to someone else though, so be careful. Now, I'm going to take some higher grit, or some lower grit, whatever you want to call it, some rougher stuff, and I'm just going to kind of make a, like I'm rolling a doobie. And yeah, just going to kind of rough up the inside of this sucker. There we go. And that's good, just like that. You don't want to tighten that too much and mess anything up. And then you want to rip your glue cap right off. No, I'm just kidding. Alright, so a little bit of Type Bond 2. It's my favorite glue. How about you? Poo-poo ka-choo. Okay. I usually get the bigger bottles, but whatever. You know, make sure you don't glue the wrong side in there. This is the right side for the black. Okay. Now we just shove this puppy down in there as far as it'll go. And then I'm going to tap a little bit of glue around this edge just because I can. And because I think I cracked it right there. You can't really probably see that, but yeah, I cracked it on both sides. Yay! Obviously it was meant for a different type of mounting system, but I think this is going to work just fine, so I don't sweat it. Don't sweat the small stuff anyways. It'll drive you crazy if you do. Alright, so just put a little, I'm just putting a little bit of glue in these cracks that I just made. So yeah, now that'll dry like that. And then I can decide, okay, so I'm going to hold this with my left hand, and I'm, going to be doing this a lot with it, or with my bicep, probably my chest. So what would be the most comfortable way to have it? Probably about like that. Because I play guitar, and my guitar sits across my right boob. So that would be probably the most comfortable way. Let me see here. Oh yeah, just like that. And if anybody tells you these things don't do their job, tell them to shut up. Because, well, here, I'll show you. I am all the way through a 2x6 in that little bit of time. I'll prove it to you here. Just want to show you my tripod. But anyway, so here it is. It's been drilled in, and there it is, guys. So anybody that says these guys don't do their job, boy, I'll tell you what, they're just crazy people, because I mean, that's all the way through. I don't know if you can see up, but anyways, so there you have it. Now I'll just, how I got this at that angle like that, so when I put my boobie on it, so now all I got to do is tighten this little square nut down, which I will do right now. Hang on. And there it is, guys. Excuse all the vine maple chips everywhere. I'm currently working on a bow here. Well, working on a bunch of bows. I tend to do that. I work on like 8 bows at a time. Here's that OTV Iceman axe. And I got the head of that puppy looking nice and razor sharp. And believe it or not, this sucker actually takes off quite a little amount of wood. I mean, I was surprised. I know I keep jumping back and forth from subject to subject, but I gotta show you guys this. I mean, that's just 3 or 4 swings. I mean, copper axe. I was impressed. But anyways, back to what the video is about. There you go. nice, good hand drill. This is this little square nut's been screwed down. And if I like it a lot, and I don't think I'll ever have a reason to move it, and I've got some 2-part epoxy that I can take that off, stick it up in there, and then shove it down, and then, because it's a little loose, as you can see. It ain't coming off, but it wobbles a little bit. But with it wobbling a little bit, I have the option to move it if I want, and I kind of like that. And I always have the option to take this out and replace it because I can just drill it out and start over. I could take the whole handle off and make a new handle if I want. But anyways, there you guys have it. And remember, with one of these, you can put a stick in the end of that and you can make a fire pretty easily, like reeling a fishing pole. I haven't done it yet, but I just know, you know, I've made bow drill fires and stuff, and I just know that it would work. Maybe I'll try it soon. Tell me what you guys think. Tell me if you want me to make a fire with one of these, I will. So leave it in the comments. All right, guys. Have fun. Oh, and if you haven't already, like, subscribe. I'll be posting a video soon of my new U-wood flat bow that I've been making with antler tip overlays and stuff. It's really cool. Here's a little sneak peek. Boom, 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 boom.